There are a number of ways to create objects in Blender. You can press the Add button on the lower panel, or alternatively you can press Shift A. You can also choose the needed primitive on the Instruments panel, which is located to the left. By pressing the space button, you can not only create a primitive, but also practically carry out any command in Blender. To choose an object, just right-click on it with your mouse. By holding Shift, you can choose multiple objects. While holding Control and the left mouse button, you can create your own frame of selection. You can change the radius with the mouse wheel. To stop selecting objects, just press the middle mouse button. To select all objects in the scene, press A. By pressing A a second time, you can deselect all the objects. In the corner of the interface, there is a window called Outliner, where all the objects in the scene can be seen. You can return an object to its initial state by pressing the following keys. Alt-G returns the object to its initial location. Alt-R returns the object to its initial position. Alt-S returns the object to its initial size. To move objects only by using the axes, press G, and then on any of the axes, X, Y, or Z. To move the object using two axes, and once press G and Shift, and then on the axes you want to use. To hide an object, press H, or on the hide icon in the outliner. To show all hidden objects, press Alt-H. To hide all objects that aren't selected, press the slash button on the numpad. To instantly move the camera to the selected objects, press Del on the numpad. As well as this, Blender has layers that will optimize our scene. You can move an object to a different layer by pressing M. You can assign an object to multiple layers by holding Shift. To display all layers at once, press the title key. Objects in Blender have 5 basic modes: Texture Paint, Weight Paint, Vertex Paint, Sculpt Mode, Edit Mode, and Object Mode. To switch between the modes, press Tab. The right control panel allows us to configure the object's location, rotation, size, and name. As well as all this, you can also configure the viewport. You can duplicate an object by pressing Shift-D. By pressing Shift-R, you can duplicate previous commands. By pressing F6, you can edit previous commands. You can delete an object by pressing Delete or X. You can make the 3D cursor appear by clicking the left mouse button. New objects will appear from the cursor's location. Let's talk about bindings. Motion, rotation, or scaling relative to the grid is possible when you press Ctrl.